Actually, I wanted to talk about little on active listening. You have already spoken, but still it's another reinforcement.
Give me a second. I'm starting the other channel for the people on Mumbai. So, hmm.
See, I think one day can you tell me? So people have been missing because it was just one game. I don't know.
One second, I'm having problems with this iPad. We'll use the other way. Okay. See, yesterday Prasad released a nice video on Earth, Bhumata. It's very nice, I thought he did a very good job. They did in different languages, Telugu, Hindi, English. It's all about how Bhumata is crying of what we are doing to her. So I think most people should be aware of that. I thought he did a very wonderful job.
We don't look after each other. That enforces nature. That's where all the problem comes.
But the nature is the fundamental though. Hi Chaitra, welcome.
Hello,
I missed you.
Namaste. I was busy with my events and all, doctor, so I
Yeah,
could not
yeah.
join. I informed you, right?
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. I just, yeah, but some topics when I said, oh, Chaitra should have been here. It can.
Yeah, but the thing is that traveling and
Yeah.
going for the events, it exhausts a lot and can't join in that.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm just saying. I understand people have, lot of stuff. So.
And the timing also differs, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It does. That's why people are kind of, occupied. People like us, we have a lot more time than people who are in active businesses and all that. So I understand. They usually call me when they need me anyway. That's what happens. That's fine.
True.
Yeah.
But I don't know your timing. You'll be busy, so I could not call you.
Yeah. No. Just put in a that you want to talk to me, then I'll call you when it's convenient for both of us. That kind of.
Okay. Yeah.
Usually, I seem to find time. So. So there we are. I'm on live there. Okay. Now we are all on all channels. So we were just talking about this Earth Day that Prasad was celebrating with a song, and that song was very, very good. I think he put it on the OBN too. So I put it on my thing also. It's kind of nice.
Okay. I was a little held up. So I just opened but could not go through any of the messages.
Yeah. But Song was in three different languages I heard so far: Telugu, English, and Hindi. You know, that's nice. They did different languages, because the meaning is very important. It's like about our Mother Earth is crying out. you know, well, I did all this to you. What did you do to me? That kind of thing. That resonated with me because I always give top priority for the our planet. If you don't have that, what do we have? So I support all the ecologists, including Prasad, who are working so hard about this. That's what I was talking about. Uh, Actually,
Yes, doctor. Even we are also trying to
do.
maintain the work what we are doing in a
Mm,
traditional way, what I
yeah.
am regularly doing. So
Mm,
implementing this natural colors
yeah.
and dyes, whatever we are using, implementing into the natural ones which we can try
Yeah.
out.
So
So
that, yeah,
that's what we are
the
trying
paints
to
won't
sustainable
pollute the earth.
living.
Yeah, that's a good thing, Chaitra. The paints are not polluting the earth. Very important. Yeah. Mm. And I see a lot of people are working with the food, with the soil, with the water, with the air, and all that. So I do appreciate whoever does that. So important, right? So it's part of wellness too. Unless we have a good atmosphere, how can we survive, right?
True.
That's that. Yeah. So hopefully everybody is listening. Can listen to me. Yesterday there was on the noon vibe. I think they said they could not hear me, but then I increased the volume, so it should be. You are able to listen me, okay, right? No problem. Right.
Yes, yes, doctor.
Yeah.
Very clear and
Okay.
loud.
Yeah. So uh, yesterday there was there were a couple of women I was talking to personally, and one of the ladies was talking about divorce, right? And how much is suffering that is giving them, and how they had to endure and all that. And that was something very you can see the pain on her face, you see, because it's very difficult for Indian ladies, even though they're staying in other places. She is from a not from she's not in the India right now. She's from India, but she's in some other country living. Even there also it is very difficult for them to get married again, and have a home life and all that. So I am seeing that more and more often now. Especially women are suffering because the discrimination that goes on. So we talked about that at length, of why the divorce rate is going up. What was the actual Indian way of life and how it has changed, and almost everybody has some problem, right? Um, there was another person talked to me about some serious illness for her husband. So we talked at length. So people seem to be calling me when they are in trouble. But what I am trying to do is be proactive about your wellness. Then things are nice, maintain them. That kind of thing. So Sharmi was talking about active listening and all that. This is what it is, Sharmi. When you really are concerned about something in life, right? Then you would say, okay, how can I understand this problem? How can I go to the sources of information and really pay attention because I'm interested in it? Usually, good listening happens when people are interested in the subject matter, right? Even I come to some of the groups on the clubhouse or no web anywhere, um, you cannot guarantee just because I'm trying to strive myself to explain everything. They have to have the interest. They have to have the uh, curiosity, inquisitiveness, right? So otherwise they would not. But then our job is to, suppose you don't understand a concept I'm talking about, it is my burden to make sure that I try to explain to you in the language, in the intensity, whatever you are doing. But all you have to do is, am I interested in this topic? Am I paying attention? Or it could be just a polite also you can pay attention to. But basically, don't think of something else and come to the subject. Then you will not be available even to listen. So I call this making your intellectual, emotional ability, availability to listen to something. Think about that. We are not intellectually available because we will be comparing with something that we know or we have experienced. That means attention is on our own inner talk. That you should be able to come. How you do it? Just being attention to whatever is being said. But usually people have their opinions, have their own experiences, have their own knowledge, and that comes and interferes with this. I'm going to tell you something, Sharmi. I think you will like this once you understand. Okay, you see, think about perception over thought. See, when you are coming from your all the memories, all the bank of experiences, concepts that you have stored in your mind, and that store is acting within you, then you are not going to see what is in front of you. But if you perceive what is in front of you, not thinking about it, but just perceive, the perception is the one that makes you really listen everything that is said. So check yourself or anybody. I'm not pointing out anything, but are we really thinking through our accumulated thoughts? It could be Vedas, it could be anything. Or am I in this moment available emotionally, intellectually, perceiving what is in front of me? Very key. And this is where a lot of people listen to Krishnamurti are very well off because our minds are always empty, always silent, rather, not even empty, silent. Then what happens is, with the silent mind, you can perceive. So when I come here, I come with a complete new mind. There's a beginner's mind versus I can bring everything from yesterday, memories, or a couple of years, or my experience, or whatever. Uh, Scientific, outward, objective, they're okay, we can do that. But when it comes to human, inner uh, things, you don't want to bring all the accumulated memory, but you want to perceive how people are, how they are saying. What do you say, Sharmi? Did you understand?
Yes, yes, here I am practicing that.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just spoke to auditor before this call. After the call, I felt I was only sharing. I didn't allow him to speak. I didn't listen properly. I missed the data. This is happening to me for quite some time. So I made it as a habit in this.
Yeah.
And I remember you said intellectually,
Yeah.
emotionally available to
Yeah.
pursue it.
Yeah. That's all. Our job is to make sure that we are available. That's all. Then we can listen very well. And other people also have to do that on their part. You cannot drum down on anything other people. They have to pay attention, right? That's why I don't mind the crowd is not coming to me. Even a couple of people like my sister, my wife, and Chaitra, and Sharmi, they are here and they are paying attention. They are really asking me questions. That's fine. So sometimes, hi Janet. Janet, she's the only one I talk to, but we still have substantial discussion because she is an audience that's listening, and I'm also listening to her. So when I asked her a casual question, she said, "Let's talk about spiritual quest." See that she's not religious, but she's spiritual, and she wants to understand what is the spiritual quest has been with our ancients or modern people. Who do you do? Do we have intellectual questions, or do we have deep questions from your inner spirit. That's what came out of her, because she has been in this for years, but she wanted to understand what is a pristine, pure, that kind of thing. Immediately, we usually go, oh, I have done this, I have done this, all that. No, at the moment, you got to be beginner's mind. That means you have come with no accumulation. Chaitra, what do you say?
Listener is the one that can
Yeah, a little louder, Chaitra. A little. Speak a little louder. I can hear you, but it's a low volume. I can't hear it. Yeah, now audible, but a little louder.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, now good. Now good.
I hope, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the good listener is the one, it's really very good impact for us also, and for the person who is in front of us, who we are listening to.
Yeah.
That matters a lot.
Yeah.
That is what I observed. Well, because I am a little bit talkative, I talk a lot, but I am still developing, trying to be a good listener, better than the earlier.
Yeah.
I'm still enjoying to be a good listener.
Yeah.
So that will really help out to the conversations also, to solve any conflict or to solve any of the problems, or to understand the person or to understand the situation. I believe that is the one, is the one who is a good listener, will solve all the problems without saying anything.
Yeah.
So that is the one I believe, Doctor.
Yeah. One of the things I liked in Krishnamurti schools is they don't talk down to the kids. They don't give the lessons unless the factual you can read. But what it is the teachers are trained such a way that teachers know that they want to explore things with the kids. Telling something factual is okay, but then if you are experiencing something like, what is a real friendship? How can I be friends with all sorts of people that are in the school? How can I not compete? That kind of thing, right? So he said, teachers don't come to the school like you know everything. Rather, you come there, you pose a question and explore. Then you can give some precepts or concepts or whatever, but then explore them together. That is the ancient Gurukul teaching too. They invited the kids to pose questions within themselves and explore it. See, there you are not coming from a volume of written words or language that are okay with certain things, but then they allow the mind to open. See, that is what happens to the other person when we are listening to them and allowing them to explore deeper and deeper. We are not here to tell our opinion, rather, we are engaging on the quest of the truth. And that we can do with one person or 100 people and all that. But the important thing is, are you exploring or are you stating a statement? That act of exploring is very important. I hope you guys got it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the ancient Gurukul had this. And then there is a prayer too. They say, protect us and do all this, but let us explore this non-competitively. Let there be no competition, no kind of friction when we are learning things and exploring things. I think one of the things my dean of the high school did for us, valuable thing was, he made us think for ourselves. So he did not talk down and say, okay, this is the lesson. I'm going to tell you all the points. Then you can write down the answers. And other teachers all did that. But he is the one who said, this is the lesson we're going to explore tomorrow. go and read and come back with the material. So we had to go and read the lesson for ourselves. We were very young, but then we had to read that, and then when we come, we got to really have to have already understood what we read, and then we can attempt to answer from our understanding. It could be faulty too. It could be something that we did not understand. Then they can explore that. That really made us open up our mind centers. See, if you are thinking just like your father or mother at home, that used to be the case. Now you are thinking you are the influencer on the internet, then you are under that form. But if you are exploring things something by your own, then your mind will open up. See, these matters we talk about are pretty profound, and many people have not explored. That's why all this looks like a heavy, boring, and really don't want to be involved, and they think it's a punishment if you go there. So even one person that is really exploring these things and they're interested in those, that is very valuable. You see, all this is involved in listening, Sharvi.
Listening is very true.
Mm. No,
It's a
in the act of listening, you are there, something is conveyed to you. What you want to say is swadhyaya. How am I listening? How is my mind is trying to interact? Am I really coming with established conclusions, or am I open to listen to new perspectives? All that is within you. You don't have to punish yourself, but you can observe closely. Then you see whether you are stuck up in something or you are kind of open for something. Then you will be really learning something new for sure, because you have not dismissed it by your own conclusions, concepts, and all. This is the way you have to be. Then you are restricted. Lots of times this social media talks, what happens is they don't want to go too deeper. They just want to say something superficial. Oh, that resonates with me. That means you have already have a conclusion and somebody is as reinforcing for you. But if you are willing to explore together, then you will go beyond that point. That is the intellectual availability, means that you don't have a preconceived notions or concepts or conclusions, and you don't see, science would not have advanced if they had not been open like that. See, any fact, you see, usually you have to accept the earth is flat, and then suddenly somebody comes up with the insight. No, the real fact is earth is round, and I can provide the evidence for it and all that. Then everybody else can see that. You see, that is the up until the time you are kind of closed to the what is obvious out there. Is it getting too heavy or something like too much?
sometimes very realistic. We can
Yeah,
understand.
yeah. This is the scientific. You see, only thing is you got to understand ancient wisdom is based on inner sciences. Okay, not accepting anything but exploring. But modern sciences are about outer elements, outer things and comforts and all that. We wouldn't have really had the sanitary system if we had not explored, right? We will not have a clean water. We have not explored. We will not have a lot of this weather prediction and then knowing what is going on unless we explore. So I don't say one against other. Science and spirituality are not really against each other. They are complementary. Actually, if you don't combine both, we are not really complete. At least what I understand. But if you understand science and then you know the use of it, and then you understand the inner sciences, then you are complete. Otherwise, you will be doing everything outward, but inward you don't have the harmony, peace, and the quietness and all that. See where everything fits just like that. Then You'll be. I'm about science plus spirituality because I'm about the science outward, science inward. Okay, that is the thing that we don't want to compromise. We don't have to because they both are important for us in our life.
It's so simple concept feels like
Yeah, that's it. Best things in life are simple, Sharmi. We make it complicated.
yeah, I have been constantly told by many people, bad listener, not a good listener. So it's my, now on the path to discover it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the correct way. You discover it. You are not following somebody, but you discover it by your own exploration. That is the swadhyaya means. You are studying what is happening within you, not according to somebody's standards, but as it is. So suppose you are doing a asana, for example, and I say, okay, raise your hand and then go and bend towards the right side, and you will see your body is going only so much. Understanding that my body is at a stage is a fact that you can study yourself. But then next time you see, it goes a little bit further because you have done earlier. Like that, intellectual muscle, emotional muscle also, you will have to study as it is. Don't blame it. Don't say, oh, you should not be like this. That is where people cannot be what they want, but they are struggling with their own conclusions. The real thing is, don't have any weight and come to it simply, and then you'll be able to do much better.
Yes, I was blaming myself that I'm not a good listener.
Yeah, don't do that. Just to see you as it is, and then okay, we have evolved because of the fault. That's why Shankaracharya said this: avidya kama karma. Our own ignorance makes us see things such a way, and we do things certain way. But once we have educated ourselves, either external or internal, then we do enlightened approach in that matter. You see, otherwise we tend to be mechanical. We tend to leave it automatic, spontaneous, and all that. Sometimes they are new, but most of the time they are established old mind patterns. Many people in India, the Telugu what's called chadastam. That means they don't see what's going on, and they will repeat the same thing from yesteryear, and they say, he's kind of stubborn, and he's kind of having that. Many people become stubborn in thinking. If you cannot leave yesterday alone, then you will speak from yesterday. Anyway, I am progressing on this. What is this? International Yoga Day celebrations planning. And Chaitra, did I tell you I have this Patanjali prayer in the beginning of the program? I wanted RSG sir to sing that.
Oh, that's great.
And then he's a game for it. He said he will do that.
Sorry, I didn't get you, doctor. Please come again.
No, the prayer on the International Yoga Day on the June 21st, we have this program, right? I'm going to do with all channels.
Okay. Yeah.
On that first item is the praying to the Patanjali Maharshi. Recognizing what is that one. I have the recording from the YouTube, but I thought this will be more personal if I involve one of us.
Yeah.
And then RSC, he sings beautifully, right? I heard him. He came and sang us, So I asked him, and he's RSG. That
yeah, definitely.
You remember he came and sang very nicely for us.
Yes.
Yeah.
He did sang very nicely.
So I kind of wanted him to sing, and he's going to sing.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. I told him to record it because if he cannot come also, he can just record and give it to us, you know. So if you can come, that's fine.
Yeah.
But that way, it is for sure it is there, you know. So I'll play the recording, and then we'll go into the program, you know. So you see,
so you have planned, doctor,
yeah,
on the day of 21st, how and what
yeah, everything planned, everything is. Right. See, that is the thing happens. Is once I want something, I try to do the whole completion of the thing. That's why I don't bother about it again. But then you can improvise. I'm not strict about it, but then I'm assured that is already ready there. I know exactly what I have to do, and then basically I will be doing yoga with you guys. I will be giving the message why, what is integrated yoga, how can we put it into daily life. Establish yourself in yoga and do everything else, your business, your relationships, your friendships, everything. Okay, so that way you can live in America, in India, and anywhere, the same lifestyle. And then the advantage of this lifestyle is you not only use your faculties very well and you do a quality job, whatever you do, but also you enjoy inner tranquility. You enjoy inner joy. So you don't need entertainment all the time, but you can be in the joyous presence just like that. I cannot tell you, I enjoy that. That is a blessing.
Yeah.
I call that Bhagavan's Krupa, divinity's Krupa for us. And I want to show that not just to celebrate it, you do a few asanas, we will do the asanas too, but that's not enough. What is much deeper? What is yoga? That's what I want to bring it forth. I've been doing this for 10 years now, right, with people, but I just want to reinforce that. So each time I think of what else I can do from last year that is better today and that I want to convey, you know. So this yogastha kuru karmani we're going to focus on. Okay, establish yourself in yoga and do everything else, right? So but this is a nice news I want to share with you guys because he texted me yesterday. I'll be happy to do this. So that's good. I'm going to meet him on Saturday. Then I'm going to give him the poem completely and the meaning and all that so that he can enjoy and then he can also sing it for everybody. You know, I thought that kind of human touch is nice, right? So it's instead of mechanically playing the poem from YouTube, recording, I thought I'd introduce him because he's there as a singer, right? Anything else you want to talk about?
When you're talking about that, the women you had some talks with on divorce, I also have thought in the morning, like, so these olden rules which were set, I'm not discounting them for our benefits, but they don't fit in our current generation because we are moving differently. No longer a joint family; it's a nuclear family. People are disintegrating. Like, how do we still can? How do we still we are expected to hold those things? We even though we know it's for our good, but sometimes it doesn't work anymore. I don't know. That thing came to me. Like, I don't know how to say. I just felt that these rules still hold good for, we are talking about the ancient wisdom, but with respect to this divorce and other things, there are a lot of elements beyond our control, right? It is just so. It's some vague question was. I didn't know how to put it. Yeah. Sorry.
Shabniji, actually, this is the common one which nowadays we can see in every field of life. Uh, I think Dr. Rao can explain much on that how to handle the situation, but not in the inside the family, but it's in the business, in the between the friends and friendship. There is lots going on because the thing what I feel, I just share my views here, Doctor. I don't know whether it is right or wrong, but the thing what I feel is energies we have, each individual have their own energies and their own thoughts.
Yeah.
So the thing is that if my energies doesn't match to Sharmi, so or Sharmi's energy doesn't match with me, or the thought doesn't match with me, I won't think it in a positive way always. It depends on my energy which I have at present, what the message conveyed by Sharmi ji, and I may react it according to my energy at particular that particular situation or the point. It may be the positive energy, I'll go with very well with the thought or the message. If it is my energy is negative, then I may not respond the way that Sharmiji was looking at the answer from my side. I may be the opposite of that. That is what creating the conflict in between the people nowadays, which is I feel. Because not only the our thoughts, but our thoughts is also guided by our surrounding people who we are into the circle. Maybe our colleagues, maybe our business partners. That also influence while we are in that situation, we may not come up with a positive way of answering. It is a way of answering is very positive, but we don't have that energy, that particular movement while we are connecting with that particular situation we are solving, or that is what I feel. That is where we lots of time we cut down, or the whatever the divorce you may say, or the friends fight each others, or silly things. There is no any meaning, nothing, but still they, these are the thoughts influenced by others also may influence their negative energies. That is what we cut down the course. Maybe there is no any reason, but still we're angry for some reason. I don't know why, but we are angry. That is what I feel. We are having those situations, being apart, being a separation, or in whatever the way it is. That is what I
Chaitra,
feel.
what I talk to that those women about, I think you will find it useful too. Because I didn't want to lecture them like you should be divorcing, you should be none of that, right? We want to see the human condition, and we want to understand why the human condition has deteriorated in this divisive fighting culture. Okay, divorce, that's what basically, right? They're dividing, they're fighting for each other's rights, and then they don't really care for each other, something like that. But then they also feel that they care for them somewhat, but then they don't want to tolerate their behavior. They think, so all that is this.
And I think, Doctor, is that the ego is the one part that has nowadays.
Yeah, but the thing is, you as a woman, you have a feeling, you love, you be friendly and all that too. So, but you expect the same from the other person too, right? So that is a human condition. Human condition we're talking about. So all the ego development is by the conditioning of either your education, your culture, or your peers and all that. That way everybody is like a, what is I'm thinking and my thing is more important than that bond, the human bond we can have, as a wife and husband, or as a friend, as anything else, that has taken receded, that has taken backseat as a civilization, right? Yeah. No, that's what happened.
But
Okay.
how to solve
Yeah,
conditions?
that's
Like
what
how
I'm
to
saying.
handle such conditions? That is, I think, the question Sarniji
Yeah, that is what I showed them. That's
how
what.
to handle, or how to, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I showed them is what is important for you to be bonded to my wife and to be having that friendly, loving, harmonious relationship, so that we both feel we are there for each other, we are kind of help each other. Not only that, we love each other. And that bond getting stronger has become problem because people have to, both of them have to work, and both of them working more, and both our minds are filled with things. See, that's why the heart is taking residence. The moment they see that, then they say, okay, I can use my knowledge, my understanding, education, everything about doing stuff, outwardly, running a household and everything else. But when it comes to matters of heart, I don't want to lose that. I want to remember how I felt about this person when I first saw, when I want to, or you have grown into a loving relationship, and then you want to not to, cheat it, not to deceive it, or anything like that. Be sincere about it. And that's why people who really understand each other, fall in love with each other, maintaining that has become a problem because these other things taking a lot more time. Like for example, if you take your own day, much of the time is taken by the work and the work related things and all that. Relationships are taken for granted lots of times, but the people who really seriously attend to that, they make time, they want to listen to each other, they want to spend time just enjoying each other and enjoying activities and all. The more harmonious they are there, they have mutual nurturance, and then they go and do the work. You see, what is happening is we don't train the boys to be nurturing women, right? Woman naturally has the intuitive nurturance, and she will be giving affection and everything for the father, for the son, for the brother, whatever, right? And that is the strong point of the woman nurturance. That is not valued. Not only you have to value, but you have to allow the girls to nurture the boys and husbands and everybody to learn that and give it back. I've seen many of my doctor friends also, many of my patients, men are kind of flat. They don't know how to express their emotions, or they don't know that they can say, I really care for my wife to her, right? Because he thinks, oh, she will go to her head, she will behave like this, that, and all. So, from valuing this nurturance, we kind of forgot about it. We teach people technical skills. We teach people about public relations skills. We teach so many things. But even the women are forgetting this nurturing because they think sometimes the other people are taking advantage of it, so I should not be doing that. You see?
Yeah.
So, to all this, only one solution. How are you oriented inwardly? How are you really getting the sustenance from your own inner, what I call the diamond that you have within? How much you are in touch with that is the key. Okay, that is not elevated, but everything else is. I want to marry somebody who is earning a lot so that I won't have any difficulties with money. But I don't want to marry somebody who is very loving, but he may make a minimum money, but he is really lifting me from within with his own care and love and affection, and also his care for the world, his understanding of the world. Those things are not valued. The same with the woman also. She is developing her own talent. She has every right to express her, inner skills and everything. And also, we can nurture her by just saying, "Oh, you are a wonderful writer, a wonderful painter," and also help her to. This is this need for the love and affection that is really gone in a person who is spiritually oriented. So they can give you back. They don't even want anything from you. But that the majority of the people don't go that deep. They just want to say, I'm going to be loving you, but you also have to respond. You have to feed me too. I have these feelings, I have all that. The one who has evolved has overcome that, but the ones who are not are like. So in a marriage, you remember that yin and yang energy, Shiva Parvati and all that. What it is a man came with mostly masculinity and going and making, conquering with war or hunting or whatever to get the bread. And the woman was making babies and then raising them and all that and working. They were roles, but they were not like a, this is superior, this is inferior. That's not, that's the power. the person, man is a masculine pronoun, but that is gone, right? But now both man and woman can do everything with their brain. You don't need the muscle mass to do a lot of work for computing and everything. So women naturally look for, we do the same thing, we can do that, we have to have equal pay, we have to have respect and all that. But all this is kind of struggle, power struggle, when you forgot this inner human bond. But if you have the bond, then you don't have the exact power to say that I'm superior than you. No, we are superior than each individual. See, that feeling is gone. Make sense?
Okay.
So the solution is turn inward, man or woman, and nurture that. Bring your own inner power out, not in an egotistical way, but the one who is really loving and kind and understanding, all that will come. But then I deal with human problems at a large scale. That may not be appeal to my family because they are not into that. But they are into that for some extent, and then they will grow slowly. But my thing is, am I really sincere to that inner quest and finding out about myself? That should be the a real important job of an educator, letting people go inward and discover themselves, and then from that strength, they can do everything else. So it's not like a only women have to be like that, only men have to know. It is anybody can be a human being can be like that. And then you don't need the ego to sell yourself, oh, I'm like this. You know who you are. Quietly, you don't have to exact. Another thing is ego separates us from the common energy that we are, and to come back is the spiritual quest. And then most of the people think what other people perceive, what other people respect. They respect the money, they respect the status, but they don't really respect you, and they are doing that. But you think they are respecting you. Actually, it doesn't happen like that. So this use and misuse of human beings happening all the time without realizing. Together we can have a very kind, nice bond, and then we can stay in that loving, bonding relationship, and then come out and face the life. That is what we saw when we were growing up. Children, our sisters, our parents, they were married, and that's it. They didn't have, because they have the bond. They cared for each other. And then I saw my sister-in-law. There was a marriage. This is my cousin. Okay, and there was some problem in the marriage, and they were kind of arguing, and it has almost a fist fight, like then how she ran for her husband, because she didn't want him to get hurt. That kind of bond was there. But then they made it like an economic bond, and then exploitation, all those things have come. But the essential thing is, do you have that nurturing relationship with each other and care for each other? That is missing in modern, because so many reasons. But basically, if you realize that, then you say, okay, let me take some time, let me be friendly with my spouse, let me understand what is the problem, and then let us really resolve it at the level of our inner being. And then you will come out not with anybody's recommendations. But suppose you find somebody very disgusting in his thoughts, in his way, and all of that, and he's not going to see that, then those relationships have died. You can never revive them too. Then you have the freedom to go and form another relationship. But then women feel so bad that they have divorced because they feel like they are failures. Majority of them. Men also feel like that, but majority of them. And then they will bring that baggage without resolving it to the new relationship. That's why it becomes a complicated thing. Make sense, or am I talking nonsense?
Amazing. Yes, the nurturing is missing.
Yeah. But
Sometimes The information you share is so real and more. Yeah, I want to take a note.
Yeah. Now, it's a human condition, right? This has become like that. So we have seen quality relationships. See, also half the population or more than half the population are women. By suppressing them, by not allowing them to really evolve themselves and do something, I think we are doing a real problem for our humanity as a whole. Okay, suppose you allow the brain to come through and evolve, self-actualize, human beings as collective whole are benefited. So I would rather nurture either man or woman completely. I have no difference like that. On the other hand, for me, talking to the women is easier because they can grasp some things intuitively. They don't have to be smart intellectually, but they have this innate sense of wisdom, intuition, much more awakened. Okay, so anything common that's good to they get it like that. But the people who are rich in their, you know, material accumulation of all this data, they have lost the touch with their own intuitive sixth sense. So they will be thinking, but never coming to the what is real. See, women immediately feel okay, somebody in the family caring for other people, looking after what it is. So my mom used to point out something, I was not aware that I was doing it, but she pointed out. They used to make this food, right? But then that's the time when we didn't have refrigeration. So she used to cook for enough for all the people that are in the house and a little bit extra maybe. But then she used to put everything on the table without keeping anything for her in the kitchen, you know. And so when I come to the tables, we used to come different times sometimes because we were busy with our medical careers. My brothers are doing their own banking job, all like that, right? So every time we come to the table, I will look at this, and then before serving myself, casually, instinct I ask, Mom, did you keep something for yourself, or you got everything here? Because I knew she always does that. And she said, oh, no, that's okay. No, I knew that she doesn't have it there, and I would serve myself maybe one spoon instead of three, four spoons, right? So that kind of consideration for the other people was there, naturally was there. And then nobody told me to do that. I just felt like that. So she pointed that out to me. He always looks for the other people, they're eating or not. So that kind of traits people want to encourage. What do you say, Chaitra? Maybe she's busy.
Doctor,
Yeah.
actually, I'm also a mother, so I usually do that.
Yeah.
So I'm very much aware of that.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, my sons are really very taking care of mine.
Yeah.
Because when I met with the extent of my hand, so I was a child for them. They
Yeah.
treated me as a child.
Yeah.
They didn't even allow me to enter the kitchen. Now they allowed me to have access. I am fond of tea.
Yeah.
So even they told that's harmful. Your hand don't get here. Please don't
Exactly.
more tea. They were
Yeah.
like restricting me, and the thing is, it's really good to know that how you care, the care comes back to you. It's really think that we have done the right thing.
Yeah, that's the
what I
thing.
feel.
See what it is in the family. This culture of care is there. That will mushroom. You see, like the sons of yours, Chaitra, have more potential to take care of their wives better because they understood what is nurturing other people. You see,
Yes,
that's
yes,
what I'm talking
definitely.
about. Because, like for example, when my wife and me were married, before that there was this lady doctor who is a friend of mine. She's working in New York too,
Mm-hmm.
and she has seen me how I was taking care of my mother, taking her to temples and spending time with her, Bhagavad Gita and Bharatam and Ramayana and all that. And I actually sat down with her and explained all the Raman Sagas, Ramayana or B.R. Chopra's Mahabharata and all that. She understood the character, but she didn't understand the intricate philosophical thing, which I used to tell her about, according to my understanding. So but I took pains to sit down with her, not run away with my work, but I changed the work and everything, right? She saw all that. I didn't do anything there. I was just taking care of my mom, that's all. Then she told them when they asked her for my character, because they're brothers and all, they don't know me. Then she said, he takes care of our mother very well. Anybody who does that, he'll take care of the wife also very well. See, people see, people understand what is what, and then we have to elevate that. That's my point. See, we have to encourage people to do that. Some people will have naturally, but why I learned is I learned from my mom, showing she never talked to me about heartfulness or being a kind of nothing, never talked about any of these issues. She points out, he looks after somebody else, he's not. That's how she used to make. But then she did characterize into this kind of explanation, which I learned to tell other people because I spent with the spiritual people a lot of time, right? But then she never said that, but she showed me what is heartfulness is by the way she treated other people, by the way she welcomed anybody comes into the house. My friends, my brother's friends, or anybody else, they're all her friends too, because the moment she sees, she will give a big smile and big hug. Almost everybody I saw fell for that. That is demonstration of heartfulness. She is not expecting anything from you, and everybody needed that. You see, that is what I saw. No analysis, yeah, no shrewdness, no transaction. What happened there was that love touched them. That is heartfulness. Even here also, when she came, she spent her last years in America. First with me, then she stayed a few months before she passed away with my sister, right? Um, so we kind of she passed away in Nashville, so we went there and did all the ceremony, everything, right? And I have all these strangers coming to her funeral, like 60, 70 people were there, you know. And then some of my relations, cousins, they came too. But then mostly everybody is a stranger to us, and they all loved her. And one of the doctors who took care of her, he said, "Oh, what I remember about Ma is she will come and she will give a broad smile and a hug." So I was very moved when I saw that. So nurturing is something from the mother comes natural for her, but then the ones who picked up the kids who had enjoyed that love, they will also be loving to their spouse and other people too. My love could be tough. I will demand you be like this, you be like that. You understand that, but then that underlying care is there. It's not about me. It's about your development. You know. Because if you don't develop, yeah, Mano, Chaitra, the point is who don't have this kind of loving capacity. I've seen a lot of people suffer. See, the women who are asking for love from the husband, legitimately they should get it. I'm all for it. They should get the encouragement. That's why my empowerment of the women is about their own strength, not begging for love for somebody else, but giving it. Right? So, absolutely. And the women give it even though they don't get it. Sometimes they get abused in return. Right? But then if you are, if you are common sense girl, you will learn This lady is teaching me how to be a human being, loving human being.
Mm.
And then you have to reciprocate it. That is the problem in the culture. Many women get hurt because they give so much and then they expect something in return. The key is giving it without expecting anything. Not encouraging abuse, but your strength is giving.
Yes.
See how many times we talk
But
about.
the doctor,
Yeah,
yeah,
go ahead, Chaitra. You're saying
giving
something.
is the strength of, no, the real thing is giving is the strength of woman.
Hmm.
Woman always give it. But the thing, at least the woman, at least she expects a little bit of
That's it.
appreciation in one of some way.
That is
That,
it. If you
that is
expect
what makes
something,
her,
if,
yeah,
if you expect something, that is not unconditional.
yeah, yeah. That is where this conflict creates.
Yeah, that is what is
If
the
the
cultural
expectation is
change.
there.
The cultural change is
Yeah,
when you are expecting something. What I am saying is, you don't have to expect anything because you have a bhandar of this love within you.
yes,
See that Chit
true.
Sat Chit Anand, it is there with all of them, irrespective of what sex it is. And
Mm-hmm.
we are not training people to realize that. Yes,
Yes.
you see, it's not about you telling, go worship me. Nothing about you. It's about making them realize their own inner divinity and manifest it.
Mm.
That path requires reflection, staying back, and going inward and finding God. That people are not doing it. See, my work is about that. Atma Mokshardham, first realize my inner bandar, my inner treasure, and then Jagat Hita Aisha. Go out and work for the welfare of the people so they are all led to their own inner treasure. It's already there. Realize it. I think that came out clearly, Chaitra, right?
Yes, doctor.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's it. The purpose is that just realize yourself, and then with that realized inner treasure, you don't have to beg anything or to beg anybody anything for affection or love or anything. And then you go and, in my case, I go and relieve the suffering. It could be anybody talking to me, but then the suffering goes down for sure with my association. It's not that they have to suffer, but if they suffer, if they ask my thing, I'm there. You know what? It is so fulfilling when you see somebody is relieved of their suffering. It's not about you, it's about seeing the suffering going down. That's what I get. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
If somebody gives me like a good note, like a Sharmi or you or anybody, I'm putting it there not to aggrandize myself, to make people realize we don't have to suffer all these things. We can go to people like this or somebody else, and then talk to them and relieve the suffering and then march without the suffering. Because when you are suffering, you really not only suffering yourself, but also you pull your family, everybody down too. Suppose somebody is used to alcohol and he's suffering, and his weakness is that he cannot resist the temptation to drink, the crutch. That means he forgot about his own power. So it takes a lot of effort to bring them out of that. And I think that's a privilege I was given to help them to get out of the suffering. It could be patient physical illness, mental illness, or emotional, or the societal things and all that. So, studying the human condition, you will see this is lacking. You understand? That is the central theme going to be. Many people talked about you have to get out of this kind of problems you are having and all that. But nobody talks about you have that inner power, get that out. Modern wise, spiritual people talked about it, but modern people, psychologists, and all that, nowadays they're talking about the positive psychology. But we are not going to stop at the thought. We're going to go deeper beyond the thought. That is the difference between the modern and the ancient. Modern thinkers, philosophers, everybody base everything on thought only. And that's why the thought induced problems are not going down. The depression, the everything is getting up. But the ancients talked about beyond thought. That is the true human potential. But you guys are also see how much time you have for the self-reflection going on. Even how many people attend my talks, for example. They say, oh, he's boring. So we don't want to go. They say that. I know that. It's a kind of not having the energy to listen to the deeper, you know, exploration of into ourselves. There's a beautiful book, Chaitra, by Jiddu Krishnamurti. It's called Exploration into Insight. If you can get hold of it, read that. Okay, I think you'll like it.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, definitely. I'll try.
Exploration into Insight. That is not about this, about why we are not having insight into our human condition, why our thought dominating us, why our concepts are dominating us, and not able to open our mind and heart. Very deep book is not that easy to read it, but then once you read and get it, it will be very nice on this aspect. It's not, I'm not quoting from the book. I just remembered that title, and when I read it. This is about actual life study that is good.
Okay, doctor.
Yeah.
The thing is, I just wanted to ask one question, doctor. Like, if the conflict already occurred for some reason, maybe it's important, maybe it may not be important. There's something, there is respect, disrespect, and an ego is clashing. So in that case,
what is it asking that?
How to address that kind of a situation?
Yeah.
See, for example, I can take I'll take the example as my only. See, I'm there, and one of my friends is there. So this is for example, just I'm putting around to make the situation clear. So something happened. So I have been misjudged without questioning me. What is the person? One of my friend has complained. My one friend, there are two friends. So my friend, I introduced one friend. So say the second friend of mine complained to my first friend, who's very close to me, and she has listening to her. She has misjudged me. Didn't even mind. He asked, "Is it a right, wrong?" Because she knows me longer than that second friend of mine. The first friend did not even judge. So the just took a whatever she felt right.
Yeah.
So in that case, now the conflict is that this first friend of mine is angry.
Yeah, you
I
see?
don't know what is the reason.
No, the whole thing is about.
Case, and the person is not able to listen to me, and he's not able to, and she's not ready to explain what is the situation, why she is angry, and not even she is listening to me. So in that case, if that is
Chaitra, I got it. I got it. What it is this is the same thing happens everywhere too. So this is a good example. What is it that is reacting to whatever comment anybody made? Your ego. That wants to defend. That is the fundamental thing we want to understand in spirituality is how can I understand what is ego, and also with that understanding I can make it less or my slave. Don't let it dominate my inner self. So real spiritually evolved people, they will not allow these reactions from the egoic thing right away, because they can see that. They stop and then they kind of go beyond the thought made ego and all that. So it may be there, but it won't dominate you completely. Suppose you say something to me, and I can see clearly my ego is responding like immediately. I will be aware of the reaction because I'm not in the egoic nature of mine, but in the true nature of my spirituality, essence of our inner nature. Because people are not there, they talk about it, they think about it, but they are not really there. They are in their egoic nature that reacts right away, and that doesn't want respect. That one. So I don't demand respect from anybody because I don't need it. Who is that needs? The mind and the ego. You are staying in the mind. That's why you are reacting. Get out of that by observing it. Don't say that you are bad because you reacted. It is the nature of the mind to react like that. Mind is nothing but the bundle of thoughts. All that happened there was misunderstanding of the thoughts. See?
Yeah.
And
But
that
how
and
the
then if you really
person,
consider the inner self, your friend and you are all the same.
yes, yes,
Mm.
that's true.
Even
But
now,
now,
what is that you are using? You are using the mind. Even when you're talking about this, you are using the mind.
yes, yes, yes,
That's all.
mind,
That's
yes,
all.
not the
Don't.
heart.
Yeah, but you know, once you are out of the mind in your heart, in your inner being, then you can see this reactions happening.
Okay,
And then they go down.
okay,
Slowly they go down and they eventually say, this is silly. Why should I? It's not about
yeah, yeah.
her saying something. It's about why my mind is reacting. That is when you are path of this spirituality. You can have the
True,
mind for
true.
everything, but then why do you have to react? What is that reacting? Once you understand that, nobody need to tell you. You don't react. You respond. You respond by explaining to them much more detail. But if you are already in hurt,
But if the person is not ready to listen,
yeah, then leave them alone.
responding,
No, leave them alone because you cannot change them.
okay, that's
See,
true.
yeah,
But
no, all you can do is, no,
in
Chaitra, this is important
that
point.
case,
No,
yeah,
listen to this.
yeah,
All you can do is you can see your own reactions and sublimate them.
okay,
That's all. You don't want to change anybody because they don't change really unless they want to change.
true, true.
So
Yes.
why are you wasting your time about other people? Worry about your inner reaction. You know what Buddha said? Somebody spit at him. He said, I did not accept it to react to it. See, let that person go. After he spit at him, he said, your things are all nonsense. And then he really spit at, literally, physically on Bhagavan Buddha. And then he walks away. And these other people are furious, his disciples, right? They come to, sir, why did you allow him to go like that? Then he said, I did not even acknowledge his insult. So why should I react to this? Something I don't even acknowledge.
Absolutely.
So it is our reaction we can do something about. But a person is ready to listen, they will listen. If they are not ready, they will not listen to you. See, what you are trying to do is, I want to change his opinion, I want to convince them. You cannot do that.
No, we can't do.
Yeah.
But if the person is not ready in the state of listening,
yeah, leave them alone. You cannot do anything. You are wasting your energy, Chaitra. No, you are wasting your energy.
Yeah.
All you have to do is let them be.
So you mean that?
Yeah,
let
them be, and you work on yourself.
Okay.
Say, like I come to the OBN, I know many people don't get it, what I'm talking about. They listen out of maybe courtesy or respect, whatever, right? But if I expect everybody should get everything, that is really impractical and also not the reality. So one of the lessons I had to learn was very early is everybody is on their own journey. Okay, I
Yeah,
may I may
of
get
course.
impatient and all, but still
Yeah.
I have to go and learn this. What their journey is, they will go their own way. That means their mind opens a certain time, their heart opens a certain time, their Gnana Nitra and the Sahasra, all that okay, development is there. So it's really your waste of energy and the time to really exert all that energy to asking people to change. You can present your viewpoint, but don't expect to for them to take it and transform. See, most of the people are
Oh, yeah.
not interested in they transform. They think they are perfect the way they are.
Yes, yes, absolutely, doctor.
Yeah,
Yeah,
don't
I
waste your
agree with you
time. No,
100%.
don't waste your energy. Turn that energy inward,
Yeah.
and then see whatever that you can learn, you can change. That's why what the first word is, Atma Mokshardham. That means
Mm.
end up in the Atma Moksha. That moksha is nothing but free from your own mind. That is the purpose
Mm.
of the human being. So you have to do on yourself. You work on yourself, not on somebody else. You may come and
Yeah,
share, but
yeah.
don't
True,
expect
true.
just because I know it, I understood it, they should be doing it. No, that is a waste of energy. On the other hand,
Mm-hmm.
if you are kind, you leave them just be. Don't be violent. Even if you want them to change, that this is the way it should be, that is violence. But
Yeah,
if
true,
they
true.
come with suffering, like I said, almost everybody that reached out on OBN or other places and all that, they come only when they really think they need it. For example, Bhagavad Gita talks about death. You can
Mm.
exactly understand. But almost everybody goes through the grief reaction when somebody close to the die, and then they want to listen. They don't want
Yeah.
to listen before death. They want them to continue. They want to live and all that. See, the
Yeah.
practical matter is everybody dies, and but then you cannot just say like that. Let them go through the bondage, and then when the bondage is threatened, they go through suffering, and then they come and learn. Even see Ramana Maharshi, nobody listened to him. Krishnamurti, nobody listened to him. Only when they want. That's why Ramana Maharshi taught me this. Don't try to tell anybody anything. Just keep quiet, and then look at
Mm.
yourself. That's all you can do. You say, if you want to say this is good, go and do it. People don't do it. That's it.
Good. Yeah. True, true. I agree,
Who are
doctor,
we? Who,
100%.
the Ramana Maharshi, Jay Krishna says, people like that, enormous, depth and understanding spirituality are there. Spiritual dynamos, Chaitra. Okay,
Yeah.
their dynamos
Uh-huh.
means they have huge capacity. We are like a drop of
Oh,
that.
yeah.
But
True,
if they
true.
could not change people, how could you change? Why are you exerting yourself? That's it.
True, true.
That's why
Yeah.
put all your energy in your own inner reflections, in your own
Mm.
swadhyaya, in your own transforming yourself. And then the fragrance comes out. Your kindness,
Yeah.
your consideration, your love, your empathy, everything comes out in the work you do, in everything you do. Say, like I am planning this spiritual journey of the soul through the India. Why? Because that will be maybe make an impact on the kids. Take a look at it. See, I'm not talking about just
Mm.
resolution of suffering. What I'm talking about is once you understand this inner self and stay there, you will be very joyful through the life. That is the power
Mm.
people are not getting it. That cannot be propaganda.
True, true, doctor.
What I have to do first,
Mm.
I have to live that, and then maybe
Mm.
my life will show something that people will pick up. That's why Ravana said,
Yes.
you see, you cannot change anything. and then nobody is going to listen and change by your words. So best thing is to just to keep quiet and watch. But live like this. He said, he live like this that somebody may catch it.
Hmm.
I don't think anybody really listens to us at the depth unless they want to.
That's true, doctor. That if they are not open to
Yeah.
listening, they just be there.
They won't have the
What is
capacity
that
to
is what
listen.
happens?
They won't have the capacity
No,
to
no.
listen. Yeah.
Yeah, and that is what happens in the clubhouse,
Yeah.
morning clubhouse.
Yeah.
That everybody they shows their present,
Yeah.
but most of them I don't think they are listening to what is going on, who is preaching, who is telling what information. There is
Yeah.
very few they are listening to that.
Yeah. You know, Mani was asking me, how is that you know about everything? I say, I research, I find out, I learn, and then I want to share. Okay, that's all. And but then if you understand the highest principles, all these living small things are very easy for anybody, because you don't allow yourself to
Yeah,
go.
see,
So like for example, you have a composite mathematics at a high level, then you can understand simple mathematics very easily. But
yes,
if you
yes,
don't strive to extend to that high level of physics or mathematics, you cannot understand even normal physics.
as I agree with you, doctor.
Yeah, especially but the
Yes.
spiritual thing is, Chaitra, it kind of
Mm-hmm.
cleanses and nurtures you.
Mm,
That's why the smile on my
true.
face.
Yeah, you always smile. I know.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, it's within own myself. I get angry, I get irritated on the other, but within my own self, I feel this smile all the time.
Uh.
That is the
That's really good.
that's the bliss. That is the bliss.
Yes.
Everybody has the right to touch it, but then you fill with so many
Yes.
things of the mind.
We forgot the SSP. Like we just
Yeah,
thinking the past and thinking future. We
yeah.
don't know. We are not in the present.
That's
That is why
it.
we are not getting that bliss
That's
on
it.
our
You remember
energetic
what I talk
bliss.
about all
When
the
we are
time?
not.
Stay in the present. That is life. Otherwise, you are in the
Yes.
mind. That
Yes.
means you are not in life. It looks harsh, but actually it is
True.
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 Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay, let me go and do my morning routine for my
Yeah.
patient.
It's fine.
It's
Yes.
already
Yes, doctor. Thanks
20
a lot.
minutes. We are beyond the time. But
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks a lot, doctor.
okay,
Thanks a lot.
okay,
Yeah. Bye.
okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay, friends, on the um, Instagram and other channels, I'm going to do our morning routine, maybe half an hour, So we'll do with stretching and breathing and being here and now, and also really observing our thoughts, not to react, but develop the spirit of service, and also treat our wins and losses equanimously. Those are the 7 principles we do in the morning. This is a program devised with reverse engineering stress and burnout in our life, whatever we do. Okay, so let us prepare our body, mind, and heart for the work. Okay, let us start with the breathing exercise. Okay. Okay. Now, going to stand and really take deep breaths, like you are sucking air from the abdomen, okay, with the nose. And as you breathe in, abdominal wall raises, and then you hold the breath for a few seconds. And as you breathe out, the abdominal wall goes towards the spine. Okay, we will do 8 times. This is called Bastrika. You do it on an empty stomach. Okay, do it before breakfast, before lunch, before dinner. Okay, let's start. Halfway, four done, four more. Make sure your posture is right and your abdominal wall moving up and down. Two more. Last one. So that is the first breathing exercise. Now raise both your palms to the camera, elbows bent, and as you extend the elbows up and take the hands up above your head, take a deep breath in. And as you bring them down, breathe out. Okay, that is the simple vegan, the speedy exercise. You can do anytime you want to. Okay, and then keep the third one with the both hands clasped together. Keep them under the chin, elbows bent to the side, and then take the elbows up to the side and above shoulders as the head goes back. As you take the deep breath through the nose. On the top, open the mouth and say the word ah as you breathe in and bring the elbows to the front. See, that is a very good diaphragmatic breathing. Open up all the epices and also the base of the lung. Two, breathe in through the nose as you breathe in and breathe out through the mouth. Three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Okay? Relax. Take 3 deep breaths between exercises. Now, let me adjust this. Um, you can see the whole of me. Okay? Yes, also I'll put it on the floor so you can see my whole body. Okay? Now, we're going to do march slowly. Keep up one step at a time. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? Now, lift up the knees a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In place march, you can do as much as you want. Keep your hands on the hips and then go down and come. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay? And then keep the both feet wide apart and lunge to one side, the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, turn the left foot to the left side and lunge to the left side by turning the body too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Turn to the front and turn right foot to the right side and turn the body to the right side and lunge to the right side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come to the center, stand properly, and then you can do the slight widening of the feet. Now go down below the right knee with the right hand and lift up the left hand up. Then do it at the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay? And then lift up both hands to the front and go back, breathe in and breathe out, come to the front and meet it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay? There you are. Now, widen the stance a little bit, raise both hands and come and meet. Right hand comes to the left knee, left hand goes back behind. And then you do the other side. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and come back to the center. So these are variety of yogic jogging, they call it, but we did few of them. But the main thing is about Surya Namaskars, where you go back and come down and then put the feet back like that. That's kind of complicated for a lot of people that should have special interest. So I don't want to do it casually. But these are casuals anybody can do. And now we're going to do some asanas. Bring in both your feet together and your toes, your soles, and also your heels clutching the ground. And now press into the ground. Now pick up the kneecaps, pick up the buttocks, and then lower abdomen too. And then straighten your shoulders like that, and then square them, and then raise both hands to the side and extend both hands to the side. And then take both hands up and both thumbs clasping together and extend the elbows to the sky. The pull should come from the legs. And then stretch to the right side. Push your left foot into the ground as you bend or stretch to the right side. Stay there for 5 breaths. Come to the center, stretch the sky, and to the left. Push your right foot down and stretch the body to the left. 5 breaths. Come to the center, stretch the ceiling again, and lean back with the hands, elbows, shoulders, head and neck to the back as much as you can as you push forward with your feet. and come to the center. And now bring the hands down, first to the knees, and place them on the knees as you bend forward. That is the easy one for to do for people with back pain problem. Okay, and now take it down slowly below the knee, both hands towards the ankles, as low as you can go, or to the floor if you can go, without bending the knees. Now come up, straighten one vertebrae at a time. That is the Samasthiti and Tada. Take 3 deep breaths, come to the stability and the comfort. Sthira Sukham. Then the postures. Okay, asana. It's okay. Whatever you do the stretch in stability and in comfort. Okay, don't push it. Okay, no pain in yoga. And now put your feet 6 inches apart, press into the ground, raise both your hands and keep the hands into all variations. Don't put them down. And elbow, palms straight, facing down, elbows straight, and also shoulders are relaxed. Now ease your knees and sit on an imaginary chair. Go as low as you can go and then stay there for 10 breaths. Come up and lower yourself down. Okay? Or you can keep it like that as you come up on the toes. And your heels are up. And now bend your knees and sit down on the imaginary chair and stay there for 5 breaths. Lower your heels down and come up this time, knees together, and bend the knees and go down and stay there for 5 breaths. Come up and 3 breaths. 3 more asanas before you go to the breathing. Okay. Stand on the left foot and knee locked and pick up the right foot and bring it to the left of the left foot and place it on the ground. Okay, kind of twisting around the left. And then make sure the right hand comes under the left like this and bend your knees and stay there for 5 breaths. Come up and okay. And now we're going to go to the other one. You see, other side. Stand on the right foot and bring in the left foot, lift it up and bring it to the right of the right foot and place it on the ground. And bend your knees and sit down on a imaginary chair as you bring the left hand under the right hand and stay there for 5 breaths. And release and come out. And wide stance, right foot faces right side and left foot faces left side. And you bend your knees and sit down. Sit down as low as you can without any supporting chair. Then put your hands at the Namaskar Mudra and take it up above your head all the way and bring it down behind your head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And come up. And come to the center. Let's do the bird pose. Wide stance as much as God. Then raise your hands, turn the palms outward, and as you ease your lower lumbar spine and bring the head down with the gravity, come and meet both hands in the back. Keep your knees straight as you bring your head down. 5 breaths and come out of it. Now, step forward with the left foot and left knee is lunging forward. And you keep your right foot in the back, facing the right knee straight. Now, bring in both your hands on the side of the body, elevate them to the shoulder level, palms facing each other, and elbows straight. Now, bring it up, all the way up, and lean back with both your hands clasped together and straighten and lean back. Now release and point the left forward and right back and extend your elbows all the way outward, away from you. And lower that down and come back to the center with both feet. Okay? Now step forward with the right foot this time and right knee lunged forward and left foot stays back facing the left side and left knee straight. Now bring your both hands to the shoulder level and go up and clasp them together and extend the elbows up as you go forward on the right foot and right leg. Right knee is bent forward. Release the hands. Right goes to the front and left goes to the back. Extend them away from your body and stay there for 5 breaths. And lower it down and come back. And now we're going to do the last one, triangular pose. Take a wide stance, as wide as you can, okay? Maybe 6 feet, I don't know. So do that and then actually turn the right foot to the right side and lunge to the right side by bending the right knee. And then raise both your hands to the side, palms facing forward, elbows straight. Now twist your body and bring the right hand in front of the right knee. And you can go down, if you can go down with the right hand. And then left hand comes to the left ear. Stay there for 5 breaths. Lower the left hand, pick up the right hand, turn the right foot to the front, and this time turn the left foot to the left, and lunge the left knee to the left, and raise both hands, and bring the left hand in front of the left knee, and right hand come touching the right ear. These are very light exercises I'm doing because I don't know who they are, what condition they are, how they are doing. So I want to make it as light as possible, okay? But intense enough. But if you want to really take this up so to the extent where you can be without any illness, without any medications, but then really work on your body and mind, you can join in my Proactive Wellness Club. It's a monthly membership, and then you can send me DM, or you can go to our website, and you can register there. Okay, so now we're going to go to the breathing exercises. Okay, let me bring up this up here, and then we'll go into the breathing. For this, you got to sit up with your back straight, wherever you're sitting, in the chair, on the stool, on the floor, but the back has to be straight. Remember that. Don't lean into the back support, even if you have a back support. Okay? Come to the front of the chair and sit there. That will be good for you. And then we're going to do 3 breathing exercises that are pretty hard on your abdomen. See, my pant is getting tangled with the chair. Okay. So now you sit straight and then do this breathing exercises. Okay. First one is called Kapalabhati. Very hard on the abdomen. As you breathe out, you withdraw the abdomen into the spine. That movement you do 60 times in a minute. Don't do it if you have any abdominal issues, surgeries, or colitis, anything. Okay, consult your doctor before you do these first 3 exercises. Okay. As I do that, I will do 60 times in a minute. Okay, you don't have to do 60, whatever your body allows. Okay, that is 60 times Kapalabhati. Now take it easy, relax with 3 deep breaths. After that, let's go for the Agni Sara. Agni means fire, Sara means essence. What is it? Agni, that is the fire of the metabolism. Okay, so you sit straight, and as you breathe out, hold the breath there, and then move the abdominal wall while holding the breath. 20 times I will do, but you can do as many times as you are comfortable. 2 or 5 will be equally good. Okay. Okay. Now take a deep breath fast. Relax. Now I'm going to go into Tribandhas, locks. Okay. Contract the lower abdomen, lock it. Upper abdomen, lock it. Chin to the chest, lock it. These 3 bandhas, 3 locks. And don't breathe while you locked it. Stay there for a few minutes or few seconds, whatever you can do. Breathing in, you come out. Okay, now let us do alternate nostril breathing by getting the right hand ready with using the thumb and the ring finger to close alternate nostrils. Use the thumb to close the right nostril and take the deep breath in through the left. Close the mouth. Then close the left, release the right, and breathe out through the right. Now breathe in through the right, close it, and open the left and breathe out. 4 cycles more. Two, three, four, five. That is Anuloma Viloma, alternate nostril breathing, also called Nadi Shodhana. You do it at least 15 minutes, this one and the Kapalabhati, and nothing will touch you. Okay. Now, bumblebee. Take both your thumbs and close your ears. Keep the index and middle finger at the top of the forehead. Close your eyes and place the ring finger gently on the closed eyes. And the little finger, let it hang around the mouth. And now close the mouth and take the deep breath through the nose. And you're breathing out through the nose, make the bumblebee noise 5 times. Okay, you can do as many times as you want. Okay, so that clears up your throat. Good for you. And now we're going to go to the A-U-Ma. Om broken into 3 sounds. A acts on the energy channels, nadis on the abdomen, visceral. U on the chest. Ma on the neck. Okay, we'll do 5 times. First, take a deep breath. As you breathe out, first say the letter. First A, then U, then Ma. Now, woo. Woo. Okay. Now the ma. 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 Okay, that is ma. And now we're going to go to the Shambhavi Mudra, where you identify who you really are, our conscious being. We are not just the body and mind. First, get into Dhyana Mudra and then keep the hands on this, and then keep your spine straight, tilt your head back, close your eyes, keep the gaze in the middle of the forehead, and start taking deep breaths through the nose. Keep the mouth closed. And I will be uttering the mantra for you, but you can just, I will say, as a deep breath, I am this conscious being. And when I breathe out the association I have with the body and mind by saying, I'm not just the body and mind, they are my tools. Okay, that's the essence of it. Establishing ourselves, our real inner essence beyond body and mind. Okay, let's take a deep breath. Koham, soham. Deham, naham. I am the conscious being. I am not just the body or mind, they are my tools. Koham, soham. Deham, naham. I am the conscious being beyond body and thought. I am not just the body or mind, they are my tools. Koham, soham. Deham, naham. I am just the conscious being. I am not body or mind. Koham, soham. Deham, naham. I am just the conscious being. I am not your body or mind. They are my tools. Koham, soham. Deham, naham. I am just the being, conscious being. I am not just the body or mind, they are my tools. Koham, soham. Deham, naham. I am the conscious being. I am not just body and mind, they are my tools. With that, we are done with the morning routine. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you again. Thank you, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye. Anybody has any questions or want to ask me something, please come up, and I'll stay here for a few minutes before I leave.